Welcome back to Open Line. Tonight, we continue our gavel-to-gavel coverage of the Vanderbilt rape retrial, Brandon Vandenberg on trial. We've spent the entire show tonight showing you Detective Chad Gish's testimony today because it was remarkable. He truly did a remarkable job, laid things out to the jury, and what he's going to do now is begin to explain, you saw him explain in the last clip, how he got these messages off of Vandenberg's cell phone. And I thought he did a really good job of that. Now he's going to start talking more about who Vandenberg sent pictures and videos to of what happened. He sent it to a couple of people in California and some other football players there on campus. So he's going to get into that. This will be our last fairly long clip, but fascinating testimony today. Let's rejoin the testimony.
I would ask that Detective Gish be handed a 5-page document defense counsel just reviewed. Detective Gish, do you recognize that document?
I do.
And what is that?
When I analyzed Joey Quizno's computer, I pulled the hard drive out, I imaged the hard drive, and then I worked off of the hard drive and pulled all of the data. And that's where I found that the images were taken. Well, this shows I took screenshots from his computer after I imaged the hard drive, showing his iMessages and showing him receiving these videos from Vandenberg. And actually, Vandenberg sent these videos to 2 different groups. So in iMessaging, the groups can work differently. I can iMessage my wife and my oldest son, and they both receive that message, and they both receive that video. If I iMessage my wife and my middle son, that goes to a completely different conversation. So what I found whenever I was investigating these videos that I recovered from Quizno's computer is that Vandenberg sent Joey Quizno and Miles Finley 2 of the videos. And then there was a second conversation that had even more people in it, and that one of the videos was sent to Joey Quizno, Miles Finley, Chris Boyd, and Austin Carter Samuels. So these screenshots that I took were from the iMessage platform of Quizno's laptop and show the messages and the videos that were recovered from his laptop to those people at the time of the incident.
Your Honor, at this time, I would ask, that 5-page document be entered as the next numbered exhibit.
43.
And I would also request permission to publish it to the jury.
All right.
Detective Gish, this is 43A. Could you describe what is shown in this image?
Yes, ma'am. That's the video that we just watched. I believe it was 1398. That's the victim laying down on the near the elevator of Gillette Hall. And as I stated, this is taken from Quizno's actual computer showing his iMessage conversation. So once I did the image of Quizno's computer and got the forensic image, I booted his computer and took these screenshots to show the court exactly how Quizno would have viewed this when it came in on his computer. So what we see on the left side of the screen are the different conversations. So the example I gave earlier was my wife and older son. That would be on one conversation. My wife and my other son, that would be on another conversation. At the top, we can see the participants of the conversation. Since this is Quizno's computer, we know he's a participant of the conversation, so he's not listed at the top. So we see the name Brandon, which is Brandon Vandenberg. That's the contact name in here. And we also see Miles Finley was part of this conversation. So Vandenberg had iMessaged this video to both Miles Finley and Joey Quiznill. And we see on the right side at the top of the video the timestamp. Now, there's one thing to note here on the timestamp. It says 6/23 of 2013 at 12:36 a.m. Well, that is correct time in California. Remember, 2:36 a.m. our time would be 12:36 a.m. California time. So the timestamp matched up.
And the next image is 43B.
This is the exact same conversation. And the very next message was this video. We see that Vandenberg sent this video to Miles Finley and Joey Quiznill on 6/23/2013 at 2:40 in the morning. And then right underneath of that, we see a text message from Miles Finley that says, "You're going to get in trouble." That was his response to that video.
And the next image, which is 43C.
Same conversation. The very next message was from Miles Finley saying, "Delete that." Then Miles Finley, LOL. Then, since this is the right side of the conversation and this is Quiznio's laptop, we know this is Quiznio's conversation that's in blue. "Yeah, Brandon, you're a..." Then Miles Finley says, "Get out of there." Then he says, Miles Finley, "She could call rape, so done." Then Miles Finley says, "Soon." Miles Finley says, "Delete that." Joey Quizno says, "Seriously." Then Brandon says, Vandenberg says, "FaceTime." Then Miles Finley says, "Dog kick that out or gangbang her." Then Miles Finley says, "Don't let her wake up."
And the next image, which is 43D.
On the right side, we see the blue message at the top. That's Joey Quizno saying to the group, "Yeah, Brandon, you a..." Then Miles Finley, "Get out of there." Then Miles Finley, "She could call rape, so done." Then Miles Finley, "Soon." Then Miles Finley, "Delete." Then Joey Quizno, "Seriously." Vandenberg, "FaceTime." And it looks like, I think I just read those, General, on the last one.
And I apologize, I should have directed you. I believe that
I think I already read them.
screenshot has one additional message at the
Yeah,
bottom.
okay.
And
So
just to clarify, the messages you just read were not sent twice.
they were not sent twice. That was only once.